Hello and welcome to the Perimeter Challenge Day 2 and 3 recap. I probably shouldn't call it a day because it doesn't really make sense because both Day 2 and 3 were relatively short for me. So on Day 1 I did probably around 5.5 hours, and Day 2 and 3 were a little bit over 3 hours each. We are actually 12 hours into this world, and the reason why I did the Day 2 and 3 were shorter. You can maybe even hear it on my voice. I'm losing my voice. I don't know what's going on. I think I have some disease in my throat. But let's make a recap. Let's see what has happened in here in 12 hours. And I must say that I actually expected a little bit more progress than this. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's going much slower than I thought. Although some people have said that, wow, so much progress, but I don't know, I was expecting more. But we've had some problems that we needed to deal with, and one of the biggest and kind of hard to figure out was that this villager breeder is broken now, and I'm sorry to those you're probably not watching, but if you are watching, I'm sorry for those who asked on my mob switch, because this breeder is the one I used in my mob switch, where people were asking, does this work in 117? And I said yes, of course it does, because I had them in my worlds on Borkaland, and they were working. I thought they are not, they're broken. And the reason they are broken is that in the design that I have published with the mob switch, it's not my design, I'm not claiming it's my design, but this is the one I'm using in the mob switch. This chamber works in a kind of weird way that does work in 116, it seems, but it doesn't work in 117. Or it might work in 117, but it doesn't really work with my mods, but it's just lithium that would change anything in here. And lithium usually is pretty good at being compatible with vanilla, so I'll have to retest this. But there is definitely an issue here where the adult villagers weren't being sucked into the villager chamber. But as you can see now, we have fixed that. We did some design on stream. People helped me to figure out how to do this properly. And now, when these baby villagers grow up, their head will stick into the water. They will float up. Actually, let's just free cam this so we can see closer. When these baby villagers grow up, their head will touch the water here. They will float up and get thrown into this chamber. And this is also a change I did from the design I'm using in the mob switch. It is that we have a dispenser with water here, because if we had the water here permanently, the villagers definitely start cramming, and we can't really have more than 40 in here before they start dying. And I'm hoping with a chamber like this, we can maybe fit even 100 in here or something like that. I will probably need to be able to disable the villager breeder. But yeah, the breeder now works, and thanks to that, the iron farm is working. And let's see how well it's working. I don't think, no, it's not working at full speed just yet, because we did get into last villagers pretty late during last night's stream. The problem is I messed it up here. This glass needs to be on this side because we need the glass over the beds, but I can fix that later. But I think there is an issue here right now. And yes, I can do things like this. No, I'm a floating head. Hello, I am floating head. No, but I can do things like this because this is a copy of the world. This is not the world where I'm doing things, because I'm not going to be filming things and adding time, even though it probably shouldn't matter. But yeah, we are in a creative copy, so we can look at things a little bit more detail. But what I was saying is that we have an issue here, and it is that if I set the time to night. Well, the trapdoors are open. Let's wait for the trapdoors to close. And I just want to see if this is still a problem. All my zombies are wearing pumpkins. Yeah, it is still a problem. This pod, and that pod are completely broken because the villagers decided that they want other beds. I think these villagers are looking for that bed. This one is... I have no idea. I think he wants to come back to the breeder. What is that? Did I just get a zombie invasion or whatever it's called? That's funny. Anyway, we're in a creative world. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I will need to break the beds to make sure that the stupid villagers end up on the right beds. And it's always, always precarious to do that because I can't place the beds without there being blocks here. And if there are blocks there, the stupid villagers are gonna start wandering. So I have to super carefully replace the beds in some way, and I'm not really sure how I should do that. But yeah, we can solve it because right now, out of all the 4 golems that should be generating, we're only getting 1. But this is not the biggest problem child in this world. The biggest problem child is this little funny thing. And it is my, well, what should we call it? We can call it the poor man's gunpowder farm. Can we get some light in here? Yeah, we can get some light in here. Trapdoors, floor, that is actually not spider-proof because I messed this up somehow. I need to figure out how I messed it up. And they are falling down there onto a soul campfire. Nothing spectacular, but the problem, as you can see here, if we actually disable the gamma override, yeah, there are lots and a lot and a lot and a lot of caves that need lighting up. And it's gonna be the issue for the slime farm as well. The quad slime chunk, let's just show where it is. It's right here. I need to start bombing it out. I was actually hoping that we could bomb it out last night, but I had to end the stream early because my throat was giving up and my voice wasn't functioning anymore. Let's set the time back to noon so we can chat a little bit and burn all the zombies. So I was hoping that I could bomb out the slime chunks on the stream today, but I am actually not sure if I'm going to stream today because my voice is absolutely dying. And like I mentioned earlier, the only progress I'm gonna do in this world off camera is maybe chopping some wood and maybe mining a little bit, but I've done maybe 30 minutes of that this far. Actually, no, sorry, I did one more thing off camera, and it was expand the pumpkin farm. Oh, I hate that this happens. I don't like this design for that reason, but I didn't want the design with a million hoppers underneath. So we are losing a little bit of pumpkins here. It's not too awful. I probably just need a double chest of pumpkins, and this has been running for a few hours, so we might actually get this done in 10-20 hours, and I can just add 1 or 2 more layers. We should be fine. The same thing with the sugarcane. It's not super productive, but it might be enough. It kind of depends on what I'm gonna do with the villagers, because now we actually have a friend here. Hello, friend, with a pumpkin on his head. And we will be using our friend here to zombify villagers and get a trading setup because, well, I definitely need a trading setup for enchants. That's pretty much the progress here. We have a stupid gunpowder farm that needs to get much, much bigger because this one has generated, I think, 1 stack of gunpowder in 4 or 5 hours. So that translates to, at best, 15 gunpowder per hour. It's absolutely awful. It's way too small. I know it was supposed to be slow, but I didn't expect it to be this super slow. So I need to make it bigger, if only for the fact that I actually need some gunpowder just so I can make the TNT for the TNT dupers. And the first dupers that we actually gonna need, and they are slimeless dupers, quite neat design that I have found and experimented with, is gonna be to bomb out the slime chunks here so we can get the slime farm running, because we are 12 hours in and we still don't have a slime farm. It is kinda tragic. So yeah, there is a lot of debugging left, and I can already tell you that I have learned one lesson, and that one lesson is that the problem isn't to generate blueprints for farms that are using cobblestone as a building block, because that's what I thought. That because if you've seen these in on Borkalad or in my guide videos, I'm probably using quartz here or iron blocks or stuff like that, and that thing was entirely glass. And I thought, oh, okay, just to make this faster, I need to change those into cobblestone because I will have a lot of cobblestone. Actually, I don't have a lot of cobblestone, but that's not the problem. The problem is actually connecting everything. It's the logistics. It's the logistics of getting the villagers up there. It's the logistics of getting the zombies up there. That is taking the time. And actually improvising that on the fly, it's not a big problem, but that takes time because you're making mistakes. You have to redo things. You have to reroute things. You run out of materials, don't know exactly how much cobblestone I needed, stuff like that. And that is what has been taking time. It's not building the iron farm. Took maybe 5 times more time to get the villagers in than to build the farm. So next time I do this, I need to focus on actually getting the logistics of the world right and not just the mechanics, because the mechanics are easy, the logistics are hard. So that's my conclusion for this recap. Next time I do this, or if you are planning to do this, focus much more on, the logistics, the moving of stuff around, the moving of zombies, the moving of villagers, how to catch zombies. We do have a zombie catcher, but I had to improvise it, of course, and I made some mistakes with placing the rails and getting the zombies out, and I got a couple of zombies killed and stuff like that. That is a bigger time sink than designing and building a farm or a villager breeder. That's my conclusion for today. So anyway, I am pretty sure I will not stream today, although I might change my mind and my throat is gonna be good. But I will definitely try to do it tomorrow, and I am not sure if I'm gonna do it early in the day or in the afternoon, since it's a Sunday after all tomorrow. So I might do one session earlier in the day and one session in the evening. We'll see. Come to Discord, let's have a chat, let's see what happens. I hope to see you there, and if not, I'll see you in the next recap. Thanks a lot for watching, and have better planning than I did. Bye!